Welcome to Momversations. I'm Regan Barnes. I am your hostess today, and most of the time, actually, until somebody takes over. And I'm happy if there's a volunteer out there who wants to run this podcast, then great. Today, I have my daughter, Rosemary, on with me. She is 10 years old and the seventh of my 8 children. And just was really good sport about accepting this invitation to come be part of this podcast. As you know, with Momversations, we are really interested in the stories that moms might share about what motherhood looks like for them. I think these days, a lot of parenting experts are out there, and it can be really overwhelming to feel like they all have their own perspectives. They might even contradict each other, and then we don't know what we're supposed to do, or and it causes us sometimes to lose our sense of empowerment as a mom, and we doubt our maternal instincts. And so I just want to use this podcast as a different kind of forum, as a place for moms to just share what life looks like, how they do the mom thing. And I thought, you know what? Rosemary will be a fair representative of what life is like in the Barnes household. And so we did go over a little bit together how the S.M.I.L.E acronym will frame our conversation today. But otherwise, she has free reign. And I told her, you can say anything, goods, bads, whatever. And so she might have some ideas in mind of what she wants to say, but she also might just, surprise us all. And that's what makes it fun. So, hello, Rosemary.
Hi.
Do you want to say anything about introducing yourself, things about you, so that our audience can kind of have a feel for what you're like?
My name's Rosemary. I'm in 4th grade and I'm 10 years old.
Wait, you're in 4th grade?
I just finished 4th grade. My favorite color is purple. My favorite food, I guess, is watermelon.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fun. Let's go ahead and start going through the S.M.I.L.E acronym. And for those of you who are new to this podcast, S.M.I.L.E is one of Momavate's signature offerings. It's an acronym because here at Momavate, we're all about wordplay in a variety of ways. And, and so our S.M.I.L.E acronym is how to introduce more joy into motherhood. And the first letter in S.M.I.L.E, S, is for support. We are just big believers that moms need support. We need to support each other, and we need to reach out and ask for support. And we're worth it. And what we're doing as moms is worth it. So, Rosemary, what are some ways that you feel like support is part of our lives in the Barnes household?
Well, last year I homeschooled for about 2 weeks. And then I was just like, okay, can't really, since you're like with Momavate a lot, I kind of just need a teacher because like we were going to buy like little frogs. And we were like, we need a teacher. And so I ended up going to school. And yeah, I feel like my mom like homeschooled for like 5 years before I was born, and then she homeschooled me for preschool, most of it. And then I wanted to try it for 4th grade, but it didn't end up working, so I just went to normal school.
So in that sense, so school was a way for me as a mom to get support. And also for you as the student, right? You were able to get more attention or all of your educational needs met better by a school system, a school teacher, than the stage of life that your mom is in right now, right? So that's a really great insight. I think that's valuable that you're willing to share that. I actually remember my sister and I were both homeschooling, and she expressed every once in a while how troublesome it was for her and how she felt like she was failing her kids and things like that. And at one point, I felt compelled to let my twins start public school and sign them up for kindergarten. And because it was half day, and I felt better about half day school than I did full day. Well, one feeling that came to mind in that moment was by me enrolling my twins in kindergarten, it was like giving my sister permission to get that support from the school system as a mom. She was in a similar stage of motherhood as I was, still having babies, still having lots of little kids all around the house, and they can't always clean up their own messes or things like that. And so I was, and it still sticks out in my mind. This was many years ago because my twins are 20 now. That school can be a means of supporting a mom. Thank you for sharing that. Shall we move on to the M in S.M.I.L.E? That's for music. What kinds of stories do you have to share about how music is part of our household?
Okay, this one I was really excited about because my mom signed me up for, not really signed me up, but one day while I was at school, I was doing a dance at school, and the guy who was playing the piano for our dance, he was really, really good at playing this, and I was like, wow, I really need to learn that. So like I kind of just said that to my mom, like kind of, like maybe one day I'll do that. But then she was like, okay. And then the next Friday I was like, she was like, oh, we have some big news. I'm like, oh, cool. And she goes, in 2 hours you're going to piano lessons. Okay. And then she's also like, and your sister's going to voice. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, I've been doing piano for the last couple of months, but yeah.
And that's one way you're building your musicianship. Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to share about music in the Barnes household?
Okay, so our family, my oldest brother, he was in the S.M.I.L.E Children's Choir, and then I joined the S.M.I.L E Children's Choir, and now 2 of my siblings are having voice lessons, and and then when my mom like when I was little, or when my sister was littler, and I would like hear her get put to naps, my mom would always sing her some songs to go to sleep, like sing her primary songs, sing her hymns, and it was just so boring that we eventually fell asleep.
My voice was so monotone as I sang. It was lulling you to sleep.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
And I have a CD player in my room, and and like whenever I go to bed, I turn on some music. Yeah, and that's how I get to sleep sometimes. And when we're cleaning the house, my mom made up this song. She made up she made up a parody of one of the songs in Beauty and the Beast. She made up a parody for cleaning the house. It was like how to clean the house, and she was like, so first you put your shoes in your shoe place and your books on your bookshelf, and yeah, it was really funny. And she makes parodies a lot about that stuff. And she even made a parody of a song. I don't remember which song, but it was how to do the dishwasher, like how to put the dishes away, how to do the dishes. And she made another parody. She made lots of parodies. I'm not gonna name them all.
Yeah. Parody is a good word. It's like I steal the tune from a different song and then just change up the words. So that it applies to. That's true. I have to confess, I do not have permission from the artists. You are right about that. All right. Well, the I in S.M.I.L.E is for inspiration. Is there anything that you would like to share about inspiration and how it plays a part in the Barnes family household?
Well, like school, I think, is inspiring.
Okay.
We also have this thing called Life Skills Now.
Oh yeah.
It's like a website, and it has videos about easy way to clean the house or easy ways to pack a suitcase or some other things like that. And there's this other, and speaking of cleaning, I found this meme on Pinterest like a month ago, and I shared it with my mom, and it says, cleaning the house with kids is like brushing your teeth while eating Oreos.
But we still do it, huh? As crazy as that sounds. We do try to do that. That's fun. All right. Do you have other insights or anything before we move on to? All right. Well, I want to say that it's inspiring to me to be a mom of Rosemary and my other kids. I feel like as they approach life with fresh perspective, because they're young, so everything's new to them, and they're having to manage things that that might not come instinctively, and to watch them as they go through these challenges. And some of the challenges are things I didn't have to deal with as a 10-year-old. For instance, there was no such thing as the internet when I was 10. And so watching how my kids try to field those things that they might not even see it as a challenge, quite honestly. But it's inspiring to me to watch them grasp their skills and talents, and as an obstacle comes up, they figure out, okay, how am I going to deal with this? Like Rosemary deals with anxiety, and she's not afraid to ask for help. She gets help from the social worker at school, and she tells us when she's feeling anxious, and we all do what we can to try to help her through that. And that's inspiring to me. All right, the L in our S.M.I.L.E acronym is for laughter. So, laughter, as they say, is the best medicine, but unlike some medicines where you could just overdose, I don't think that's possible with laughter, huh? We can just laugh as needed. Do you have any examples of how laughter plays a part in our Barnes household?
I do. Okay. So there have been times, and I'm going to admit this because I think this is a safe place. I have laughed so much because of my family that I have almost wet my pants. Yeah. And my family, and they're even when they're, and even when I'm sad, or even if I'm mad at them because they did something, they're and I leave, and they're like, oh, she's gonna come back happier than before, and she's gonna make us all laugh. Mm-hmm. And yeah, It's just really nice.
Can you think of any funny stories just off the top of your head?
Yes. Okay. So my mom's love language is words of affirmation. So so for every Mother's Day, instead of asking us for flowers or
knick-knack type gifts.
Yeah, or a Walmart gift card or something. She asked us for like one year. I think she asked us 10 things, 10 ways we learned, 10 ways we know Mom loves us.
Okay.
And this year, this most recent Mother's Day, she asked us for Mother's Day. She said, "For Mother's Day, I would like you all to think of one way that you have made me laugh." Okay, so I thought she was joking. So I just started laughing. And thought about it. I was like, wow, she's actually made me laugh so much. But it's just that no one else laughs to her jokes. Except like her laughter is contagious. So like if she laughs at her own jokes, I'm like, oh, that was a funny joke. But I don't actually remember it because it's not actually that funny, no offense. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Good job being honest, even if it makes you vulnerable or makes me vulnerable. Either way. All right. Awesome. So the last letter in S.M.I.L.E is that silent E. It's for empowerment. And here at Momavate, we really like to help moms discover within themselves their own power and to tune into that. And so we have another acronym because that's just the way we roll here at Momavate. We call it the R.A.I.S.E U.P acronym, and it's indicative of all the impact that moms have, the ways that we raise up society, starting just right here in our own homes. So we're going to just briefly let Rosemary share if she feels like her mom is having any impact on her or our household or anything through the R.A.I.S.E U.P acronym. And so here we go, Rosemary. The R in R.A.I.S.E U.P is for relationships. Do you feel like your mom has had any impact on you? Any influence about relationships and how they work?
So my mom is she just lets us know that relationships isn't just you can know someone for 2 minutes and kind of laugh with them, have fun with them, and that's still a relationship. And it's really, yeah. And she teaches me things like it's really important when you have any kind of relationship that you realize this isn't the same relationship with my best friend as with my parents. Because this isn't the same relationship with my friend across the street with my sister. And yeah, and then she very she really tries to make me realize that, because if I don't realize that, it would be really awkward.
That's a good point.
And I think she knows that you have to be considerate and patient with everyone that you have a relationship with or anything like that. And yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And next is the letter A in R.A.I.S.E U.P. A is for atmosphere, and this is like our household. What kind of atmosphere do we have in our household? And we put it in context of the five senses. So what kinds of things do we hear? What kinds of things do we smell? What kinds of things do we see or taste or touch in our Barnes family household?
Okay. I see, like, so this is kind of weird. So when you walk into our house, first you see the desk room, which kind of makes us seem like we're a really boring family, but it's usually like really super duper messy. So then you get the actual Barnes family, like, vibe and stuff. So yeah. But I see family because I have 8 siblings. I see family a lot. And I hear family. I also hear the laundry machine because our laundry machine goes does a little has a little song when it's done, like
There's more music for our household.
Yeah,
The laundry machine being done.
Yeah, the laundry machine has like a little song, and yeah, our house has
lots of noises.
Yeah, except yesterday I was like I need somewhere quiet to think. And then I go outside and I'm like, I can't think with all, because I guess I'm immune to chaos and I think better in chaos.
There you go. Part of growing up in a big family.
Yeah, I just get used to chaos and then that's the only way I can think.
How about smells? Is our house, what kinds of smells come through our household?
Well, unfortunately, so her house has like halls, and my room is on one end of the hall, and then my brother's room is on the other end of the hall. So I have to like keep on going back. So I bought this or my mom bought this spray. And so I just like spray that so much inside my room. I try really hard not to, like, no offense to my brother or anything, but it's just that
the boy room has a different smell than the
yes.
That's funny. Okay, so we've covered sight and smelling and hearing. Anything about taste or touch?
Okay. Sometimes I have tasted my family, and sometimes they've tasted me.
Weird.
Well, yeah, it is. But that's how we like kind of threat each other.
Oh dear. Stick out your tongues.
We're like, I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna lick you.
I'm gross.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was good insight. And touch. Anything about touchy feely?
I mean, I guess I feel my family.
Yeah. I try to tell you guys the right ways to touch each other and no hitting, right? All right, but hugs are a good way to touch. Okay, the I in Raise Up is for income and outgo. Does this seem to be part of how your life gets impacted from your mom?
Yeah, well, my mom, like a couple months ago, she's like, I really think that my kids need to stop asking me for so many toys when we go to the grocery store. So she was like, okay, I'm just going to put up a poster of our budget so that they know when's a good time to ask for a toy and when's a good time to be like, okay, we're not going to ask for a toy. We're not going to ask for a toy because we know we need money for other things that are probably more important. And yeah, and but my mom has like made like a system ways you can make money. So she has made up lots of systems about ways you can make money. Some of them we ran out of paper, that kind of paper. Some of them we ran out of I don't know that.
Oh, like the paper to keep track of the monetary systems. Is that why we have to keep changing systems?
Yes.
Yeah. I think sometimes I try to change the systems so that I get more cooperation.
Okay. So. Right now she has one. So like when you journal and when you clean off your desks or when you clean up your room, you get a check mark. And each of those check marks is like 10 cents, 15 cents.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I'm like, I'm probably only gonna get like one check mark like for a while. So and I'm like, I could just do like a lemonade stand and I'll get more than that. But then my sister, she has been keeping up really well with
Her check marks,
her
her
check
priorities. We call them priorities.
And so she has like, I think she earned like, I mean, in the past couple of months, because we renew it, we get the money every week. So in the past couple of months, I think she's earned like $20 from it.
Yeah.
And like I have like $1 in my bank account. She has like $80 in her bank account. And we also, well, I guess I should probably be doing this in schedules and systems.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The S in Raise Up is for schedules and systems. So thank you. You introduced our next letter of the Raise Up acronym, schedules and systems. So go ahead. Yeah, now you can.
We also have another system for during the summer, just to make sure that we all still read and everything. Like if you read a classic book like Oliver Twist or I don't know, Narnia.
Good. That's a good example. Yeah, Narnia is a good example. Yeah.
And
Daddy actually made our list this summer.
Yes. And so if you read that, you get like I think the most that you can get is $15 off a book. But like saying like Narnia, you get $15 for each book that you read of Narnia. And the Narnia books are like this big. Well, most of them are. And then they get like bigger and bigger. But so I'm like, wow. So like I have like a collection of the Narnia books. And they're all like combined into one book, and it's about this thick.
Wow.
And I'm like, I really need to read that because I could get like, how many books are there? 7?
Yeah.
So I could get like $1 bajillion.
A bajillion. Yeah.
A bunch, like $100 from this. And yeah, and it would be really, really cool. Okay. And then there's other ones like the Harry Potter series. You can get money off that. Then we also have you can read and like I think if
we do a family work hour every week.
Well, yeah, you get like 50 cents.
Something like that. For that.
Like $1.
That's one of our schedules and systems too, is trying to keep the yard looking okay. Yeah. And it really does take a lot of us to keep that yard under control. And it helps the kids have a chance to show some responsibility for the bikes, putting bikes away, things like that. So, all right, shall we move to the E for energy? This is any kinds of like habits that we have as a family or routines that we have that help us have good energy levels, like what we eat, whether we exercise, if we have sleep routines or sleep habits. Can you think of anything like that?
Well, we're supposed to get ready for bed at like 8 o'clock. But we can go over that since it's the summer now.
True.
Well, but we're probably not supposed to. They don't get mad at us anymore since it's the summer. But then we wake up at 6:30 for family hour, family devotional hour, or half an hour. And that's the time when we like read together and have fun together and stuff. And that's like kind of, and then that usually takes like half an hour to 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then and then you said about eating. This is another schedules and systems. It's another way to earn money. You can make meals.
Yeah.
And I really like that because I really like cooking, and I can just like make money off cooking.
What you like to do?
And I really think that's like really like relevant.
Yeah, totally. It applies to your life because you're going to eat the whole rest of your life. So you might as well be building those skills right now.
Yeah. And then I can charge my kids for making their food. Like I heard this thing, like you should always like give your you should always give your parents mommy taxes or daddy taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that idea. So I was really like not wanting to say that during this because then my mom could hear me and she'll probably start.
Moms
charging
like
me.
to know their kids. Yes. But yes, there can be some after effects, right? All right. Well, I'm so glad you were willing to join us today, Rosemary. And like I said, it makes you a little bit vulnerable, doesn't it? But you did an excellent job. And I think you shared very relevant things and that can help other people know our family better and maybe think about things for their family and how they want to raise up their kids, especially with a smile. And thank you for joining us, you as the listener. And you could also be on our podcast and share what makes you smile in terms of our acronym, and how you raise up your family. And we hope to chat with you another time. And we'll keep on keeping on. We'll, what's the phrase? Keep calm and mom on.
I think